Knight, is that a diving bell or a nuclear core? Self-destruct sequence initiated. Destruction in 30 seconds. You know, upon exiting the bell, they probably would have flooded everything anyway.
Captain, Mr. Wyman!
This thing won't stop going beep, 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 beep. Underwater diving scenes. Always fraught with excitement.
Do they have a chance to make it?
The pressure's much too great for survival at that depth.
Then why would they attempt to leave the bell?
Possibly because they're idiots.
I suppose they figured it was worth a try.
Isn't there something we can do? Some way that...
No, they'll never make it to the surface even without the pressure. I'm afraid they were crushed the moment they left the bell.
They're pancakes by now, son. Pancakes. Good night. Are they swimming toward the surface or straight into heaven? Let go of my hand. And at that moment, they were all disintegrated. Sharks pick off the weak and solitary. Oh, well, that sucks.
Radio BRI 421. Calling ships in vicinity of longitude 23, latitude 75. Please stand by to search the area. Repeating, ships in vicinity of Marlin 8. Please stand by to assist.
Bow, bow, bow.
JCR 774. We're about a quarter of a mile north by east of original location. I have a diver descending. He'll cover 1,000 yards moving south by west. I'll advise of any results.
Got it. Over and out.
You don't say over and out.
How long do you
Over and
think it'll
out is
take
like
for the
telling
bodies to
somebody,
reach
yeah,
the Earth?
you can keep
It's been
talking,
quite
but
some time since we
I'm not
lost
going to be
someone with
listening.
sonar.
They may not come up this far at all. Prepare to move out if we don't spot them in about 5 hours.
Make it so, number one.
I know it's none of my business, but didn't you have your own money tied up in that bell? I mean, it was your own project with no affiliation.
None of the universities had any confidence in it. Only myself and those down there.
I understand there's another bell ready, built by an outfit in California.
My younger brother designed it. They'll be interested in finding out where mine failed. I
Wait,
suppose we'll never know the answer
that's
to
a
that.
breakwater in the back there. They're not out in the middle of the ocean, they're in a bay somewhere.
It's fantastic.
Wow, it's really that good?
Miles upon miles of these tunnels. Yeah. So many of them we could easily get lost.
Oh, you just have to be a downer for everything, don't you?
Yeah.
I sense this movie's going to have a lot of walking in it.
You were gone so long, we were getting worried.
Our lives were reprieved today, Laurie. I don't think we should get
Yep,
scared now.
I've got the governor in my pocket.
These rocks are loaded with phosphorus.
So we have plenty of fertilizer if we ever need it.
We might be here a long time before we find a way out.
A long time.
You see, we're a good many miles beneath the surface. The bell went down all right, but it must have rolled into one of these openings. It's gonna be a long
The
climb
water
up, even if
pressure
we did
would
find a
still
way.
have killed you.
What do you mean if? We'll have to find a way.
Well, it'll be treacherous going, but we'll find a way out in time. First thing to do
Is to take these wetsuits off.
Saw plenty of fish down there, and we can fashion some spears from the rods in the bell.
You're going back to the bell?
Well, I don't think we'd get very far without our shoes and a few other things. Look, as long as I'm going to be a caveman, I want to be a comfortable one.
Shut up, Barney. Hi folks, we're Fish. Enjoying the movie? I'd say their cameraman was just a little bit overexposured. This movie likes the little details. Climbing up and down ladders, standing around doing nothing.
We better work fast. That tank's nearly empty.
I don't see how it could be nearly empty. With the magical expanding diving bell, there should be plenty of oxygen in there. Interesting. You can apparently sharpen iron by rubbing it up against a plastic box.
Well, let's get out of here while we're still ahead. Anything else we can take?
Well, our
This'll help
dignity,
everything else put together.
but I don't suppose we really need that. Whoa! Ooh, by the music, Jaws is gonna show up here in a second. Wait a minute. Are those barracuda? Barracuda aren't deep water fish. Neither are those. Kelp certainly isn't deep water.
You didn't leave any too soon. There's a storm following right now. Wait.
Come in.
They keep using this same room for
Excuse me, sir, but
every
I have something I believe is
room on
important.
the boat.
Yes. Well, I called to you and Mr. Wyman while I was watching the sonar, but, well, apparently you didn't hear me, and I wanted to keep my eyes on the screen.
Saw the bodies again?
Well, sir, I don't know exactly what I saw, but I'm sure they weren't dead bodies.
What,
I
yeah?
saw two of the
Haven't
same
ever seen that
masses move
movie where the
practically as they
zombie
did
fights the
before.
shark?
How do you know they're the same?
Well, the characteristics were identical.
I can tell by the pixels and the fact that I've seen quite a few sonar hits in my time.
Power.
How long did you have them?
Several minutes, sir. They moved along together, then one suddenly changed direction. I lost them at exactly the same spot as before.
You probably saw some large fish that were curious about the bell.
Begging your
Scavenging the
pardon,
bodies.
sir, but I've seen plenty of fish on that screen. I know this reading was of something else.
You said they changed direction. Currents are pretty strong at that depth.
But only one veered off. The other continued straight up.
Well, whatever the objects were, it's a cinch the bodies aren't going to float to the top, and we've wasted enough time as it is.
Sir, it's possible that
That'll be all, Wilson. Return to the radio room. I have problems enough with the storm to contend with.
Captain Scrooge, everyone.